surrender, never, never, never surrender. I think it's only paramount that we address you on the journey that we've actually gone through since we were arrested. Okay, we gave an account of how we were arrested. I think we're here. Immediately we got bail. Now we also have to inform you that ever since because we're given bail on the 31st of October 2024. So I think many of you did not pay attention or did not know what was entailed in the ruling. The ruling entailed, it had terms like, should the state fail to commit us in the next 6 months, then we shall be released on the terms of bail. We shall no longer continue going to court. So, meaning we got the decision that day. We do not again have to wait to go to court today and get another ruling. So it was a ruling envisaging two things. It was a bail ruling, but it also gave us a discharge of bail that very day. So it was now incumbent upon the state to either commit us within this 6 months, failure of which we are automatically discharged of the bail terms and conditions. Of course, we've gone through a lot. You know what it means, being on detention for 6 months. And of course now, don't forget we're in prison for almost 4 months. So it is now 6 months plus the 4 months. 10 months, almost a full year. So of course we've gone through a lot of torture, a lot of fear. Many of our colleagues up to now are still going through treatment, psychological torture. It's just too much. We can't even recount it here. So we're happy today. First of all, we're happy to Justice Okaranyi, Suzan, for the modern judgment she gave. Many people ran to court. In many cases of this kind, you moved to court for about 10 years when you have not been discharged of bail conditions. And for this, I want to applaud her, and I wish other judges in the judiciary actually operate like this. Without we may not be so happy because we may not know what may happen. We have always told the people, in Uganda, that any time they can easily come for you. They may, because they are, of course, the alternatives, but of course today, we're only happy that the state has failed to commit us, meaning they don't have evidence in this particular matter. And this is what we were telling people, that we are innocent. We did not do anything. Because if we had done anything, we would have been committed. So we want to say, we're happy to court. And this is how it should be. The court should be there to check the government, to check the state, so that in case they go astray, of course the judge gave them time. The judge gave them a lot of time. So my colleagues, on behalf of my colleagues, we want to say we're happy, and we want to thank you, colleagues and members of the press, for standing with us, because you kept reporting on this matter and did not give up on us. We want also to thank our party, the institution, the PFF, for standing with us and all change-seeking Ugandans, who gave us, for example, resources. We did not have money. We remember we ran a campaign, our leaders ran a campaign, and looked for resources to bail some of us out and bail some of our colleagues. 72 million is not a small thing. And we want also to call upon court that when we demand for it, please don't hesitate. Bring it back. Because in many cases, they always they always keep it. They don't want to release it. So we want to say we are very happy. Thank you, colleagues. Let's continue moving in liaison so that when anything happens on any freedom fighter, warriors come up and support. Thank you, Mr. President.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Besigye will be free. Besigye will be free. Besigye will be free someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe Besigye will be free someday. Thank you. I do believe Besigye will die someday. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I told you, this aspect is multifaceted. This issue of human rights and justice. That is one component of the package of this multifaceted theme of human rights and justice. But to build on that, of course, we want to applaud Justice Suzan Okaranyi for setting this record. It is unprecedented. One unique case you will read about in the history of Uganda is the case of the Kisumu 36. Because there are new precedents that were set. This is one being of them. Because hitherto, no case had attracted a decision of that nature where a condition is set that should the state fail to gather evidence and prepare committal papers within 6 months, the accused persons will stand discharged. What normally happens, the state fails to commit you within 6 months, then you get, well, what they call mandatory bail, but still they keep harassing you, and the conditions are set even for the mandatory bail. But in this particular case, the judge said if they fail to gather the required evidence, assemble and prepare the record of procedure, the committal papers within 6 months, they will stop reporting, and the matter will end there. This brings me to the second segment, that with this development now, the charge sheet against Dr. Besigye remains hollow. It's hollow in a sense that the particulars of that one count, because it is treason, they highlighted the number of particulars of the count of treason preferred against Dr. Besigye. Now that this one has collapsed, they have failed to gather evidence. So it means, therefore, that the case against Besigye is standing on a very shaky ground. The very reason we demand that they should do what naturally should be done under the circumstances, to have the charges against Dr. Besigye withdrawn and discharged. That's what they should be doing with this new development now, where the case against Kisumu 36 has crumbled on that account of the state failing to gather the necessary evidence. Of course, the evidence has always not been there. These are trumped-up charges, holding charges, which are intended to persecute political dissent.